product we're going to be taking a look at now is Sakrete Flo-Coat Concrete Resurfacer. Flo-Coat is a concrete resurfacing material which is designed for taking old, worn concrete surfaces and making them look like new. The great thing about Flo-Coat is that it is applied with a squeegee. It's not necessary to get down on your hands and knees with a trowel, as is most common with other concrete resurfacing products. The particular job that we have today, we have a concrete slab which was previously used as a dog run. There was a dog out here, we have trees above us that are dropping sap, and if you take a look at this concrete surface, you can see it is greatly discolored. It is structurally sound, which is important, but it is very discolored. Over in the corner, we have a spot that resembles what this would have looked like originally. And what the homeowner would like is for us to take this slab and to apply Flo-Coat so that when we're done, the entire slab looks like new. Now there's one thing I would like to point out about this slab. If you'll notice on the corner of this slab, all the way around the edge of this slab, about 4 inches off the corner, is a saw cut. In normal applications in a concrete slab or a sidewalk, that is put in so that if and when the concrete should crack, if they're settling, it will crack at that joint. It is very important when you're applying Flo-Coat not to fill those in. However, in this application today, as you can see, these cracks are strictly decorative. So we have no concern about filling those in. So when we're done, we're going to have all of those filled. This will be one solid pour. Okay, now that we've thoroughly mixed the product, we're going to pour it out. You can see how fluid it is. I'm just going to pour a little bit out right here. I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to grab my squeegee. And you can see it does flow very nicely, but you still need a little bit of work with the squeegee. You can see I've put the squeegee down, and what I'm doing is I'm not really putting any pressure on this. I'm simply pulling the squeegee backwards and allowing it to drag the Flo-Coat along with it. It really doesn't matter which direction you pull it in, so we can push it or pull it. It really doesn't matter. If you have to get it into a particular area up in the corner, if you're using a squeegee like this, there's a brush on the back side, a squeegee on the other. You can use either. All right, now I'm going to go up in this corner and I'm going to pour a little bit more material as I work my way back towards the steps. You'll notice that periodically I tap the squeegee here. The reason I'm doing that is as you do this, material begins to dry on the squeegee a little bit, and as that happens, when you drag it back through the material, if you have hardened material on there, then it'll leave an indentation in your finished product. What I'm doing right now, I'm just taking a rag and I'm wiping off some of the excess. Excess will build up after a while. As I'm reaching across here, you'll notice I'm not dripping any material now. I've wiped that off. Otherwise, when I reach out like this, I'll have material dripping. And what I'm trying to do now is to put a nice finish coat on and to take some of the imperfections out from when the material had dropped previously. Now that we have the Flo-Coat down, I want to take a broom and I'm dragging it across the Flo-Coat. The reason I'm doing this, concrete is much safer if it has a little bit of texture. If you put a hard finish on concrete, it can be very slippery. But by putting a broom finish on it, you give it a little bit of texture, so when it gets wet, it's not slippery. Also, if you've had any difficulty when you were putting down the material with the squeegee, sometimes you'll see the squeegee lines. The broom is an excellent way to blend everything together, make it look uniform.